Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Labor
Thanks,
Day.
thanks for joining us. We are the Hatch Homes Group, and this is our Monday market update. And today we are posing the question, when is the best time of the year to buy real estate? We're going to talk about when to buy and why, look at historic trends, and talk a little bit about some of the buyers getting a second wind right now and what that means. We're talking to you guys. So when is the best time of the year? That's a trick question, because right now.
Right now.
If you want to switch to the next slide, John. So right now is the best time. And honestly, like we say this pretty much every year, COVID has not changed that. We see trends in the market that lead to this end of summer, first part of fall as kind of being a sweet spot for buyers. Now, even though it's still very competitive in most situations still, just having a little bit of ease for a buyer really helps. I mean, I got an offer accepted this week for a buyer there was no multiple offers, which is rare. It's super rare. So that just shows you. Plus, we're seeing like just a little bit less activity at open houses. I'm talking to other realtors who are saying like really surprised that we haven't had very many showings on our listings. That's just kind of what happens this time of year. And then things start to change. Nothing stays the same, right?
Right. That's the only constant we have. And yeah, there is, a slight increase in home prices this time of year.
Well, actually, that's a trick. Yeah.
That's the trick.
Because they're generally it increases after this time of year. In historic trends, we've seen a slight decrease at this time of year. It's very remarkable when you look at the graph over many years, except for last year, which was the pandemic. We've seen a slight decrease in the average and median prices during the September. Mm-hmm. So you see in September in 2017, 18 and 19, a very significant increase, a peak in inventory in those years. Last year was a little different with the pandemic, but
yes.
And I mean, dips. I'm always telling buyers like, hey, like, right now, a lot of people have gone back to school and they just finished up their vacations, it was a holiday weekend. So you just have a little bit of a lull that creates kind of a sweet spot. But like then come November, inventory just goes down a lot. Like if you look at the historic trend, especially 2017, I reference that year a lot because 2017 felt a lot like this year to me. Yes. Just in terms of competitiveness, you could see that, we're obviously a lot lower inventory than we were in 2017, but you felt that felt this fast-paced market back then. Mm-hmm. But you did get a little increase in inventory, and it was so welcomed and so great for buyers then. And then come November, boom, just died down again. And historically, it's usually just November, then December, where it goes low. And then you get a little boom at the new year, but then that sparks the whole like spring frenzy again. So this is a good time. The stats show it. The trends show it.
And some other trends we're also seeing is just like the multiple offer situations like Angela was talking about. A few months ago, we were seeing like 20 offers on a house, and now it seems that there's more like 3 or 4, if not any, so like Angela just had that. And I just put an offer for some clients in that had no other offers on it as well. So we're seeing this sweet spot right now. And I think it does have a lot to do with this time of year. But yeah, we're also seeing that like we talked about last week about how there's a lot of price drops because the market was such a frenzy in the beginning of this year, this whole year, really. And then we saw like 5% of home sellers dropping their price in the last couple of weeks.
A rise,
so
a rise.
Been a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's just been a little bit quieter. And then another trend. John, you want to move to the next slide? This is the big topic, right? Prices are going to continue to rise. Like, it's a healthy market. It's a really healthy market. But what we've seen nationally at this, 8-9%, and in Oregon, it's about double, like almost double that, like 18%. Appreciation is just not really the sustainable way. It's not sustainable. So what we're going to see is that, yes, we're still going to see appreciation, because that means that we're in a robust market, and it's a good thing for homeowners, right? And that also correlates with, how much more you can make in equity if you stay in your house. If you buy now and stay in your house for at least 5 years, I mean, your net worth could increase by almost $100,000. And that's what these graphs are kind of showing you of, just the appreciation rates and what that means for you. And so if you have more questions about that, we definitely can dive deeper into it. But the bottom line is that the expectation is that the prices will still continue to rise, just not at the rates that they have been.
Yeah.
And so
I think it's worth mentioning.
Yeah, you go, John.
I think it's worth mentioning that this was taken from a survey of many industry experts. It's not just someone. So
yes, it's a home price survey that they I believe it. Yeah.
And it really talks to this point that we've heard a lot of from buyers is this even a good time to buy? Should I wait? Should I wait for prices to come down? It's like, this is a 5-year expected rate of appreciation. Mm-hmm. So you don't see anything going underneath, like going down, right? Mm-hmm. Even if it's not as high of appreciation, they're still going up. So you should actually be more focused on interest rates. Like, you should be trying to get in, because that is going to have more of an impact on your monthly payment and affordability than waiting for prices to come down, when they will. Like, if you think foreclosures is going to do it, watch our video from last week,
Yeah, it's definitely not the case of what's being forecasted.
I was on the golf course yesterday in my neighborhood, Rock Creek, and we were looking at talking about some of the houses for sale. And a lot of these guys have been in their homes for a while, and the appreciation they've seen is equivalent to average wage over the time they've owned the homes.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's amazing the conversations you have with some people who have owned their houses for a long time, and suddenly it's worth double what they bought it for. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And so bottom line, like, we're seeing some second, like, win buyers, like, not necessarily our buyers, because we get them in contract, but like some buyers that we've met at open houses, or that we've been talking to recently they were looking, they got totally burnt out, and now they're like, well, maybe I'll get back in it. It's like, well, if you're thinking, then don't delay. Like, if you're prepared, you're pre-approved, this is the time. Don't wait till November. Mm-hmm. But Michelle, we have like a good article for people that aren't prepared, right?
Yeah, we'll share that in the comments. But if you're not in that position right now, it's totally understandable. You might need to be saving some money, but there's an article that we're going to share about what you can do right now to prepare for home ownership in the near future. So be sure to look out for that. And, aside from saving money, it's just about starting that conversation with your trusted advisors right now, and talking about what you can afford and what you have and what you can do to grow on. So look out for that. And of course, let us know if you have any questions ever. We are here for you.
Indeed.
And what are we going to talk about next week, ladies?
We're going to talk about resources that we have that we just actually got certified in for you to be able to buy something before you sell your house. And that's another biggie that comes up all the time. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and putting up with our little technical glitches.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.